What up, though? Bow, 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 bow. Go make some music. Woo! Banging! Turn this light on. Turn this light on a little bit. Get some light in him before I. Uh, uh. Get him. Uh. Yeah, just making some music. Uh. Yeah, so I'm doing it. It's doing it big. Messing around with these beats. Got cut off because my phone battery died. But this beat didn't take too long to make. Pretty simple. And once you get your basics, you can throw a beat together like nothing anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now the artistry is how to make your drums. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm getting into that because I deal with GarageBand, right? So now I'm starting to get into peak levels and stuff like that and mastering, but also separating the instruments to, you might want your kick to sound like this. You might want your hi-hats to sound like this. So now I'm starting to get into that because I was just throwing these beats together, but so many people have commented on them. And I'm like, maybe I should take this serious. Plus, I uploaded some of these beats to my Instagram, which is TTONE202. And, people like them. I done caught a couple more followers, not a whole bunch, but nonetheless, every time I upload, I get a couple more followers. So, I'm taking this more serious now. And this is something I made this morning. I'm about to make another beat. So, yeah. So let me dial this back and just listen to it. Uh, somebody ate my peanut butter sandwich. What the butter? Do damage. Somebody can get on this and say some crazy stuff. I went to the grocery store yesterday. What the heck? Popcorn in the fridge. I don't know. I can't rap. Toyota. No. You tell I'm not a rapper. But anyway, so that's just something I made earlier this morning on my other live. So I am going to make a new beat. I do like this joint, though. Haven't put any zip zap on it, especially after the fourth bar, I haven't put any real breaks or anything on it. So I'm just going to leave it like it is for now and come back to it. I don't do a lot with these beats. If somebody wants it, I kind of leave them kind of raw. And I'm going to tell you something. I saw Pharrell had a nasty beat. And Rick Ross bought it. And when Rick Ross got a hold of it, he tore it up. I mean, it was terrible. I was like, you you took the very essence, whoever it is down there, Slip and Slide, they took the very essence of the song and just, I was like, it sucks now. Anyway, so here's the process. All right, so you got some keys here. Sometimes I mess around with the keys to see if I'm going to get something nice out of it. Get something nice. But I don't know how to play the piano. I just kind of, okay, middle C at 9. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just pick a nice key and try to put two of them together, like, try to find something. So I'm gonna mess around with. I'm gonna pick one of these basses though. I'm gonna pick out one of these basses and mess with these basses because I don't. There's so many on here that are just different. Now this is a bass I would use for something and that would go. You know what I'm saying? Cause but I wanted to keep the same. See, I don't want it to go dull in the next. I want it to go. You know what I'm saying? And just make it. All right, so here's what that'll sound like. This is just a mock-up. Take it too serious for all you guys out there. You can't produce. All right, don't listen. All right, so I'm going to slow it down. This is 96, 95, 94. I'm going to use something else. That's a little too. Oh, that's heavy. That was a buzz. All right, let me find it. See, they're all got so much distortion in them. Woo! Let's try this one. Hold on. All right. This is really out of my depth, but it's called experimenting. And this is how you learn how to produce different stuff that people like. All right. So I'm going to take the same bass pattern and I'm going to bring it down here to something that's in something in the pad. So copy, paste it, just to see what this sounds like. Hey, happy Sunday. Hey, Pierre, how you doing today? Yeah, stopping by to say hello. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, Miss Lady. I appreciate you all the time. I see your videos pop up, because I'm a sub channel. I'll be listening. You're doing great. That's what's up. I'm doing, you know what? You know what? Thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. I'm doing all right. I just had a pair. I'm doing okay. Just sitting up here making crazy music and chilling. Good, good. Awesome sauce. Yep. Always feeling better when you come by, you know. You know. I got some roasted deluxe mixed nuts here. I'm trying to get my health up. Trying to get that health. No, Miss Lady, you are so sweet. You're sweet to everyone. That's what I dig about you. You're like sweet to everybody. So You're always spreading your ray of sunshine out there. You know what I'm saying? So I dig that. You know what I'm saying? I dig that. I haven't been on your channel sending you all kind of stuff anymore, but you know what I'm saying? I haven't been on there like, yeah, baby. No. But yeah, you all right. Look at you, Bahamas. Girl, you some kind of wonderful. I bet your husband is a happy man. In the Bahamas, boy, oh boy. I can imagine you out on the beach in the Bahamas just killing them. It just ain't unfair. It ain't fair. I'd be like, whose woman is this? Heck yeah, you know he is. Get to wake up and stare at you every day. He probably older too. He probably an old head like me. Shoot, I ain't mad. Probably an old head like me. Wake up every day like, yeah. Uh-huh. Stand up. Turn around. Yeah. Okay, now you gonna do what you was gonna do. Yeah. I ain't mad. I would be. I'll be like, come here, put this on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, you good. Every day. Every day. You doggone right. Absolutely right. Put this on right here. Heck yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. Young, beautiful young woman. You gotta do that. You gotta that's living right there. That's doing some living. I ain't mad at him. Tell him from your boy. You don't want it from your boy. He did good. You done did good out here. Yeah, so how's your channel doing? Getting them subs in there? I know you're not too much worried about it because that's not your profession. tell him, tell him he did good. Shoot, tell him you got fans all over the world. My channel is fine. I'm worried about it. You're worried about it? What are you worried about? Oh, you're not worried. Oh, I didn't think you were. I was about to say, why would you be worried about it? That's why your channel's doing fine. Cause you don't you don't sit up here and worry about it. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's why your channel's doing good because uh you know what I'm saying? Like I sit up here and stare at this thing all the time. I stare at my channel. I have look, I have the analysis. You just share music, that's all. Well, you know what? That's doing a lot of good. That's doing a lot of good. I on my channel, I can look and see how many people have hit my channel in the day. That's the only difference is I share music with my picks. Yeah, now you share music with your picks. We was all like, "Who's that girl?" Now you got all kind of lovely pics up there, all kind of thirsty men coming on your channel. Like, I mean, it's just madness the way your hip to waist ratio looks. It's not even fair. It's like I think every woman should look like that. You know what I'm saying? I know it don't sound right, but it's like, why does one man get to have someone so gorgeous and somebody else doesn't? It just, it's so you need to have a long conversation with God about that. Like, Lord, who's deserving and who isn't? Like, come on, how you gonna how you gonna do? Yeah, like, come on now. You be like, Lord. I mean, when I look at your pictures, I'm just like, this is. I'm not even. Why? Why are we doing this? Why am I even? It's not right to be attracted to something like that, and you can't have. There's only one option. Nah, every woman ain't got what you got there, Mama San. I know brother's been tracking you down. It was nah, nah. Don't even don't go for. Oh, every woman's beautiful. Getting that? Yeah, okay, fine. They're beautiful on the inside. Where you got your waist is this big and your hips is like looking. Nah. I ain't try that. Oh, just you're beautiful and you're nah. She's okay. uh, uh, she had too many cookies. She ain't had enough cookies. Nah, ain't out of here. You got an hourglass figure. You know what I'm saying? You got brothers empty a bank account over something like that. I know I would. You can't help it, Tom. God made me this way. Ask God. You know what? I'm not even gonna ask God about why you look so deliciousness. I'm not. I'm not gonna, cause I don't want to know the answer. I'm not. I'm not even gonna enter into the conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I'm good. I look at the pictures and the movie every now and then, and you go, boy. That's the best I can do. Go lift some weights, work off my frustration. Go hit them weights, and that's how I work it out. Yeah. But it shouldn't matter about a woman's body tone. It's her personality. Oh, no, no, no. That's a woman's. That's something a woman would say. That's not what a man would say. I'm going to pray for you. You do that. I'll take all that prayer. Come on, give me all that prayer. Just keep putting up them beautiful pictures and we good. Because that's something a woman would say. Because no man would be like, no man would say that. Even in the scriptures, God talks about what a woman and how her beauty affects a man. So no, 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 no. Yeah, even the Almighty, even knows where we're coming from. All right, okay. Eve didn't look like she had too many extra ham sandwiches when God made her for Adam, or Adam would have been like, "Wait, what? Wait, what are we doing here?" Not every man is worried about the. Hey, every man has a preference. Every man got them, and my preference is athletic. I just love. I just love the. And you got a. Let's just say you don't ever have to worry about being single. That's what you got going on. Cause I got about $5 in the bank. You can have that, girl. If I shoot, I go out here and work at McDonald's, girl. You have me flipping burgers up in there. You hear me? Girl, you have me flipping burgers with a smile. All right? Don't play. You know what it is. I be welcome to McDonald's. How can I help you today? Yes, sir. Fries, do you want orange juice with the okay? With the all right, there you go. Bless your heart. Boom. Nah. No, 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 no. You know what it is. You know what it is. Oh, every woman's beautiful. Nah, get out of here. Every man got their flavor. And when they see their flavor, they just like, oh, mm. They be like, oh, damn, there go my retirement. They be like, oh. They be like, oh, PR girl, there goes my pension. Mm. They go, and give it to you willingly. Willingly. I done did it. I done been a sucker before, and I was happy. Chased a pretty young thing, boy. I chased, man. Woo! I was happy. Really? I believe you too. See, when you say stuff, I just believe it. Barry White sang to you last night? Wow. What did Barry sing? Can't get enough of your love, babe. My darling, that was Barry. Did that Barry in it? Can't get enough of your love, babe. Oh, okay. I'm about to say, cause it just wouldn't surprise me if you was up in concert, front seat, and Barry was singing. Yeah, my darling, can't get enough of your love, Barry. Oh, Barry. Girl, you just keep telling me this, telling me that. Practice what you preach. Yeah, was it a live? Did you actually go to a concert or see where was Barry at? Where was Barry at? Was Lou Rawls there too? Yeah, Lou Rawls and was Lou Rawls there too, woman? Lou, shoot, Lou's still singing out there somewhere. Oh, Lou Rawls, he's still alive. Chase you all around the room. Lou. But yes, I have met Barry White years ago. Hey, what's going on? Shoot, I need my glasses because I can't even see that name. Yeah, man, good old Barry White. I need my glasses. Yeah, you caught me live. You know, I like to go live every now and then, see if I can talk to my friend PR Beauty. I'm looking for my glasses, folks. You know, I like to make music, but sometimes my music people get on, and then sometimes I just chat it up. With I can play some music in the background though. How about that? How about I play something nice in the background? Shantae. Oh yeah, Shantae, how you doing? Shantae's always talking to me. Yeah. I mean, can't get enough of your love, babe. Yeah. You're gonna miss my loving. How am I? You know what? I'm doing great today. Thank you for asking. You know what? I went swimming. Okay, so I'm fat, right? I'm fat. Like I got muscles, but I got this. I what I'm saying. I got that extra. I'm trying to get rid of, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I've been swimming, right? And I got that extra love handle. I'm trying to girl, don't be squeezing my love handle, but I'm trying to tighten it up. So I went swimming, right? And when I swim, I be tired, dog tired. I only swim once a week. You got, you got that sick? That's right. I got that one pack. uh, so, but I started about 3 weeks ago, and now I'm taking iron and stuff. Because the first week I ain't taking no iron, I was wiped out. Now I'm taking iron and swimming. Now it's getting easier. It's coming back to me. I used to be a really fast swimmer, but I wasn't a long distance swimmer. But I was a long distance runner. But now my knees are shot, so I can't run. So now I'm a long distance swimmer. Or I'm working my way up to it. This week I did 17 laps. So I'll do down and back is one. Well, down and back. Down is one. Back is one. So you can't swim. Yeah, my knees are I yeah, my knees. Yeah, because I used to be a competitive runner. So when I went to college, I started college when I was 26 on a scholarship. Yeah, I was just, running around here and was like, I want to go to school. I want to get my education. And so I went to Talladega, which is an HBCU, it's an all black college in Alabama. And the track coach said, I'll give you a partial scholarship if you run for us. So I started college when I was 26. I didn't get my degree until last year, but nonetheless, that's when I started, um, and on a track scholarship. So I was fast enough to compete with. I was fast enough to compete collegiately in the mile and the 2 mile. So I ran around a 10:28 2 mile, which is just okay. Oh yes, thank you very much. Yes, I do have my degree, and I ran a 4:26 15 and a 4:40 16. So that's fast enough to compete. Most of the time you're not going to get first place. Sometimes you'll just get straight blown out the water because you got guys running 3:48. Uh, you know, so but it would get us points. So I was there to, what pretty much get us points, and but I can't do that any longer. Henceforth, why I'm bigger. So I said, well, if I'm going to be a fat guy, I'm going to be a strong fat guy. So I'll be in the gym cranking it up. So do you get a lot of pain? Yeah, when I walk up and down the stairs, yeah, I have to stretch every day. Yeah, I have a lot of pain in my knees. They give me painkillers, but I don't usually like to take them because painkillers just cover the pain. They don't really tell you what's wrong with you. I've been an athlete all my life, so I like to know what's wrong. And I went to a doctor, and she was just like, "Well, you have a little bit of arthritis, but we're not really sure." And they wanted to send me to a therapist, but I've been to a therapist before, and it's just not going to help. So I just been doing my own therapy and lifting and swimming, and yeah. So I'm up to 17 laps, but I'm trying to get to a half mile. That's 35 laps, and of course a mile is 70 laps. So that is a long way. I can only go down and back once and then stop down and back, but now it's getting easier, so I might be able to go down, back, and down pretty soon. You have to try to lose some weight. I do. But you know what? I like being big. I do. That affects your knees. I know. I do. So that's what I'm doing. Take it a step, but I know. I know. I'm so used to running, my problems away, just getting out there and, but I can't do that no more, So, but, even getting down to do push ups, that stuff hurts. It's just, whoo, it's a chore, But there's all kind of, you know, ways to exercise. But even when I'm just sitting down, like when I got to stand up, get out this chair and go grab a soda, it's like, you used to run cross country. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I ran cross country in middle school. Yeah, so I ran cross country in middle school, and then I ran I ran the 800, the 400, and every now and then the 200. But my 200 time was my 200 time in my district was just for points. Like it wasn't to really win. I won the 200. I'll say out of 10 times about three maybe four in my district. But the 400, I won that most of the time. I've gotten, let's see, when I was a senior, I got beat twice in the 400. Yeah, I got beat twice. Uh, I got beat at the tape by one guy, and another guy, he caught me at the last 100 yards and just zipped right past me. Little guy, too. He just, he played me good. He waited till I sprinted past him. I got to the 300 mark. He caught his breath, and once I hit 100, I locked up, and he just, yeah. I only ran for class to class was to read high school. Huh? From class to class. You was a nerd in high school? You know what? I wasn't the cool kid. I was like, I don't know. I was troubled. I had some issues. I was looking for validation and love and all that other stuff. I had problems with people, but I got a lot of that out by breakdancing and listening to music and that type of thing. I wasn't a troublemaker though. You know, I just my mind just really wasn't on school, but I got through it. I barely got through it, but I got through it, and I was a good football player, and I broke a record in high school in football for defense, and but why would they try to mess with? That's when I would have class to go. Wow, yeah, you can't have that. Same here. I just got through it. Yeah, I just got through it. Like I almost got expelled because I got into a fight, and the principal was like, "You got two choices. You can go and beat this guy up, who punched you in your face, or you can graduate." And I mean, I got hit, and I didn't see it coming. And when I woke up in another place, and I was like, "What happened?" He was like, "You got sucker punched." I was like, "What?" I was like, "Where is he? I'm gonna kill him." He was like, "You got two choices. You either graduate or you can go fight this guy. But if you do, hey, what up? What up with you? But if you go fight this guy, you're getting kicked out of school." And there was like, I had to eat. Like, I want to fight this guy today. Like, I'll be wanting to fight this guy when I'm 90. But you're grown up now. You know what I'm saying? And now in middle school, I I I I picked a fight with the wrong guy in middle school. I do. I do. And he knows I want revenge too. Yeah, yeah, he knows I want revenge, but he knows today I want revenge. He knows it. Look, let me tell you. I'm gonna tell y'all something. You never got kicked out of school? No, I didn't either. But yes, was put into yeah, 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 yeah. Yo, check it out. Let me tell you something. That guy knows that he knows that I want revenge. Like there was another guy in middle, like in the eighth grade. I was jealous of this guy because the girl I liked him and paid me no attention. She was just a little dark skinned, big booty. I was just like, she paid me no money. Yeah, with the finish and you can. So she paid me no mind, right? And I was just like, all right, whatever. But I was jealous of this dude because he had it all. Like this guy, he was fast, he was popular, he was light skinned too. I was kind of hating because he was light skinned. Don't be mad at me, PR. Don't be mad. But I was just like, all right. So one day, we all walking home, bunch of us, and right, LB Shore looking, and there was this huge fight between two of the two alpha males went at it. It was one of the greatest fights I ever saw. Like I was like, it was one of the greatest fights I ever saw. But me, I called this guy a punk, you know, and he was like, "What'd you say?" And me just not being the pugilist that I thought I was at that time, I got hit. Bow! You know what I'm saying? And I should have because I started it. When I got hit, I got stunned. I just turned around and walked away. And I walked all the way home. It was a long walk. But I was stunned. So I couldn't even react, but I didn't get knocked out. I was just stunned. So I was like, "Oh, he's fast." I was like, "Okay. No, no, no. It's cool because guys, man, we fight." So I was like this. All right. I was like, "Cool." I never said nothing else to him again, right? But I always, he knew where I was. I knew where he was. Never said nothing else to him. I saw that dude about 6 years ago. I went to Pittsburgh, saw him. He was working in the mall. I was with, I forgot who I was with, but I saw him. He was selling cell phones. And when I looked at him, he just kind of he was sitting down. He looked at me, and he knew who I was immediately. And I walked right up to his table, and I just stood there and I looked at him, and he didn't get up. And I was like, "Do you know who I am?" And he was like, and I just stood there like I wanted him to get up. And I said, "Okay." And I turned around and walked away. And that was that. There wasn't going to be no sucker punch. There wasn't going to be no nothing. It was going to be, we are about to tear this place up if you get up. Trust. And he didn't. He stood, he knew what was coming to him. You know what I'm saying? He knew if he would have got up, it would have, I wouldn't even waited. I would have tore that place up. So I just rolled out. He knew what it was. I knew what it was. And I was like, all right. And I just walked away, and that's it. Like, I have nothing else to say to him over that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, he knew. As soon as he looked at me, he was like, oh, shoot. And I was just like, mm-hmm. Yeah, you the cat that hit me in the 8th grade. Yeah, it's a whole different story now. Hey, what's cracking? It's a whole different story now. Let's get it. Let's get it, partner. And I just was like, I was leaning over the table like, you know who I am. He was like, mm-hmm. He just sat there, and I was just like, all right. Yeah, we grown now, but I had to let it be known, like, you got me, but it'll be a whole different turnout now, buddy. You know what I'm saying? It'll be a whole different turnout now. You know what I'm saying? But we grown now. I don't like if I saw those dudes today. I don't. You know, what I'm saying um, I'm not interested in them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a pugilist. I'm just not. So, but it's just interesting how high school develops. It makes you. High school can turn you into somebody you really not for one reason or another. Sometimes for validation, and most of the time that's what it's for. Yeah, definitely it's about peace now. Like, I love peace. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love peace to the point where, like, I don't. Okay, so my neighbor, I had a plant I was growing. I was growing some apple trees. Is what I was growing. Got about yo high. Put it out on my porch. One day I came out. Doggone plant was knocked over. I was like, who knocked? Yeah, yes, because I want to plant my own. I was like, who knocked over my stuff? So I thought it was these kids, and they was just like, nah, it wasn't us. And I believed them. And then whoever it was start putting like eggs on my back porch, and cracked eggs and all kind of, and would put it in my plant, just kill the plant. And I realized that it was my neighbor. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, really, this is what you want? Now, I could have confronted him and did that whole thing, but I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's pitiful. Now, and see, now I don't want to take any plants and put them out there, because if he knocks them over, I already know if I get a hold of him, I'm going to pick him up by his neck, and I'm going to slam him on top of his car with the force of Thor's hammer. And, then I'm going to have to pay the consequence for that. So I'm just like, it's whatever. I'm just like, why my plants? And then come to my back porch and then, try to destroy any plants that I had. And I'm glad that, because I was about to put a whole like garden out there. Oh my God, if he would have destroyed my garden, I would have went at him. No, it's not. And that's the reason why I haven't. But I still think my plant would have been like, my tree would have been like, boom now. It would have been up there. It would have been up there. Yeah, so I started to buy CCTV. I started to do that whole thing, and then call the police on them. And I was just like, you know what? I said, anybody with that type of energy, eventually somebody, it'll catch up to him, and he'll end up moving. So Either he'll end up moving or I'll end up moving. So I'll just wait. But you know, I like to plant stuff. My mom planted stuff. I like to plant stuff. My mom used to grow her own tomatoes. She used to grow green and red tomatoes. So I'm still, I can remember all that. And we was in the hood. She'd just put them right out on her little, little windowsill. You know what I'm saying? Nobody mess with it. She'd have a whole little line of tomato plants. She'd wait until they get about, yo, big, bring them in the house, all up in the soup. Yeah, mom's was like that. So I was thinking I like to plant me an apple tree. So I might have to wait on my apple tree, but it's gonna go down. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna go down. But nah, it's not worth it. Cause I mean it is a principle you messing with. Like why come over here and mess with my stuff? You know what I mean? But sometimes you gotta eat humble pie. Sometimes you just gotta be like, you could smack somebody up, but it is like you can smack somebody up, but you gonna pay for it. And I mean, he a. Hey, what's going on? What did you say? Congal. I don't even know how to say Congal. I don't know how to say your name. Uh, yeah, yeah. Somebody gonna check him, and he might even get a little too stupid, and think that it's okay to do what he did, and venture over my way again. And I'm hoping that doesn't happen because if it does, and he tries to, I don't know. I've already went to the front office and told them, said, listen, can you, do something about this guy? Because I don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke. I just don't. I don't want no smoke. I don't want no problems. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no smoke with anybody. Yeah. I don't want no smoke. Yeah. I don't want no smoke either because I know me. Like, okay, so when I get into it, I am a collateral. Okay, when I fight, I'm not a striker. I'm a collateral damage fighter. And the problem with that is you do a lot of damage to the other person, but you also do it to yourself. you know, because I put a lot of my body into to the competition. I don't just try to hit somebody and no. I try to just really make them not ever want to come back again. You ever forget about your niece? Yeah. Yeah, I'm not so much to kill, but not far from it, and that's a problem. And that kind of spirit stays with you. And next thing you know, you're striking out at people who really ain't. Somebody bump you in the grocery store, and you're looking at them for. And I don't. This is why I don't like violence. I'd stay away from it because once I get into it, you're right. I will forget. Yeah, I will forget about my knees real quick, and that I will have that guy over my head in a heartbeat. No. Like I give you an example. Like a couple years ago, I was going to work and had a whole bunch of people with me. I was giving them a ride to work, and we stopped at the gas station, get gas, get our snacks, and then roll out because it's about an hour away. Well, because we worked at the Honda plant. Well, one of the people with My twin was killed. Part of me died that day. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And this is like it's so like I always whenever I get into a fight, I'm always thinking like I'm never thinking to knock this person out. I'm always thinking of how much damage I can do to them. And nowadays, you're right, it's just not worth it. So I'm really, really careful of when I get into it with someone. Most of the time, I just back down unless I have no choice. And then I just kind of warn them, like, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to hurt you really bad. Yeah. Yeah. Like I fought a dude once. I ain't gonna say why I was fighting him, but I was fighting him. He just kind of busted in the door and swung at me. And when he swung at me, I picked him up because he was a lightweight, but he was fast. So I dipped up under him and I had him on my shoulder and I said, I don't want to fight you. So I'm talking to him while he's on my shoulder. Like, dude, I don't want to fight you. He cracks me in my jaw while he's on my shoulder. Man, I tried to... Oh, Lord! I tried to... Oh, have mercy, sweet Lord. Oh, my God. My Oh, my goodness. My levels went from 0 to 1,000 so fast. Because if he would have been like, all right, put me down, I would have put him down and been like, yo, let's just, But he punched me and it stunned me like, boom. I was like, woo. Oh, my God. My levels went up so quick. I tore the whole house up fighting that dude. And then I was so, hey, what's going on? And then I was so amped up that after, it was like almost squashed. Yeah, I like electronic music. I went right back at him again because I said, I can't believe you made me fight you. I went right back at him again. I said, every time I see you, I'm going to beat you up. Can you feedback to my track? You leave a link and I'll listen to it. But, I was, like I said, we were all going to work and this guy was upset at his woman, little girl, little thing. He's upset. It was his baby's mama. Got it all in her face and she's not even 5 feet. And I was like, dude, can you, wait a minute, let me read this correctly. Before I tell you all this story, I'm trying to read what this guy is saying to me. Can you feedback to my channel, Celestial Dance? I like Celestial Dance. You got to explain exactly what you're asking me. Anyway, so this dude is in his baby mama's face, and I'm like, I'm responsible for taking him to work. So I get in his face, I was like, yo, bro, we about to go to work. He was like, she won't talk to me. Yeah, I gotta. He in his feelings. I said, I don't care about that. We about to go to work. Why did he call me the N-word? He said he was about that life, N-word. PR, I don't. Look. You ever see on YouTube or on World Star where you see that, and at this point he knew he effed up? You ever seen those? That's exactly what happened. Because when he said it, I said, what'd you call me? My whole demeanor changed. I was like, what'd you call me? And he started to walk away, and I was like, say it again. He's like, this is when he knew he effed up. Yeah. Oh my. No, we was inside of the gas station. So the clerks and everybody know us because we're always coming in there because we work for Honda. We're all white. They know us. We come there at the same time. When they heard him say that, everybody froze. Like even the customers was like, "Wait, what?" Everybody, so he was trying to walk away, but I was already there, and they saw me, walking behind him, like, it's like, what you call me? And, when he ain't had nowhere else to walk, he like turned around and tried to confront me. I grabbed him by his neck and I hoisted his whole body in the air. And I was talking to him like this. What you call me? His feet was dangling. And my manager, his woman, two of my other coworkers, and the manager all was on my arms trying to get me off of him. And they was, let him go, let him go. And I was like, what you got? I didn't pay them no mind. All I saw was red. And I, what you call me? Finally I let him go and jumped in my, truck, and I went home for that day. I didn't even go to work. Yeah, it got bad. It got bad real fast. Real fast. And the clerks, because they were females. The one was like, they were both Caucasian, and they was apologizing to me for what he did. Like nobody could believe it. I'm about that life. Nobody could believe it, and his sister. His sister was there too. She was trying to get me. I was it. That was it. I told you, never install OBS software by. Wait a minute, I see him. So that was it for that guy, and it was just a bad day at the office. Software by dangling the subject in midair. It was a bad day at the office for that guy. Like it's gonna be a bad day at the office for this guy, cause I am. Yeah. We don't PR. We don't deal with trolls, do we? We don't do that. We don't deal with trolls. But so yeah, and so I realized that anger doesn't care about none of us. Anger has no love for us. Anger just wants what it wants, and that is complete destruction. And the more, when people say I'm angry, I'm just like, no, you're upset. You're not angry. Angry is its own entity. You know what I'm saying? Anger is its own entity. You're not angry. You're upset. And when you allow, yeah, when you allow anger to come into your body and it, manifests itself and say, you are it. Yeah. When you allow that to seep in it'll stay there. It's not like once that person walks away, you're not feeling that feeling. Whenever you see that person, you still have that feeling. That's because that spirit's in you. And if you don't get it out of you, it's gonna manifest itself somewhere that ain't supposed to, and you're gonna pay the consequences for that. So this is why I'm just like, I try to chill as much as possible. Like I know I'm a bigger person. I know I'm a lot bigger than what I used to be, but it ain't because I've been eating, Twinkies all day. It's because I spend time at that gym. And even people at the gym, they just kind of look at me, with I don't want to mess with that guy. And I'm like, good. Good. Don't come over here and mess with me. Because I want to, I don't usually lift with anybody, but I lift heavy. You know what I'm saying? I put, 3 plates on each side, and I'll yank that thing up a couple times and just let it be known. And I don't need to be the strongest person in the gym. That's not what I go for. I go for just, I want to keep the strength that I have just in case I need it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole modus operandi. If I need to, you know, remove somebody, yeah. Well, see, I don't want to get too big. I want to be. I like where I'm at. I don't want to be, because there's a guy at the gym the other day. He was just. I have no desire to look like him. It just looked ridiculous to me. That doesn't do anything for me. If I can pick up, a certain amount of weight, I'm okay with it. I just don't need to be the strongest guy in the gym. Yeah, some people be on them. I'm. People ask me, what do I take? I'm like, I take chicken. John, what do you take? Chicken. That's what I eat. I get the chicken in. Sometimes a whole chicken. Yeah. Yeah, that protein. Yeah, that be swole up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, nah, I'm not trying to get too big. I'm trying to be, like I said, if I lose a little bit of this gut, I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay. You know what I'm saying? I just need to get some of this gut down so my knees will stop aching. And I'm okay. I'm not trying to be the, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be the big dude. I just don't care about that. As long as I can put up a certain amount of weight, I'm good. 315 a couple times, I'm all right. I wanted to get up to 405, but I don't know if I want to do that anymore. Yeah. What I want to do is get my YouTube channel up. Like, I concentrate on that every day because I think I want to travel. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I want to go check out some spots. I want to go check out some different countries. You feel good about yourself? That matters, yeah. Swimming makes me feel good. It makes me tired, but it makes me feel good. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm starting to get in all kind of stretches and, get up in the morning and stretch out my thighs. It helps my knees. Stuff like that. And, I'm not going to do full-on yoga on y'all. I ain't going to be full with the... Nah, we not going to be doing that. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all women folks with the yoga, y'all doing too much. Yeah, y'all downward facing dog. Nah, we ain't doing all that. Go to the Cayman Islands. I'm going somewhere. I'm going to go somewhere and visit. I've been to 5 different countries. I'm going somewhere. Namaste. I'm going somewhere, man. You know where I wanted to go? I wanted to go to China. I just did. I wanted to go to China and I wanted to go to Africa. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's a $600 plane ticket. I was like, China gonna have to wait. When I saw the price of that plane ticket, you want to move to Africa? That's what's up. What part? Senegal? Senegalese. You know what I'm saying? When I saw the price of that ticket, I was like, nah, we ain't doing that. Not now. But, because when I go, I want to go and stay for like 2 weeks. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I can afford to go, but I can't afford to go and probably do pretty much all the visiting and stuff I want to, I can afford to go and be there like for 2 nights, but I don't want to be there for 2 nights. I don't want to fly all the way. I want to be there for like 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And be good, So wherever I go, whatever country I'm going to, so You know what I'm saying? I want to be comfortable. So, you know, my channel's been doing good. Thank y'all very much. You guys been great. You know, my channel, my channel right now, it hovers about every day. I get about 1,500 visitors. Good content and storylines. Yes, yes, I try. But, and you know, they're all true. Like, I don't be looking for content, up-to-date content. Yes, thank you. You know, and the thing about that is I don't look for stuff to say. I don't be looking on, you know, looking around on the net like, oh, you know, oh, I want to, you know, and because that's how you get tripped up. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then I look at what's trending, but most of the time I don't. Yeah. So now my, you know, my channel, okay, my channel was doing like 50 cent, 60, 70 cent. I hit $1, I'd be like, ooh. You know what I'm saying? I started calculating my dollar. Transparency, yeah, 100%. I hit $1, I was just like, oh, I done hit $1 up in this piece today. I'd be like, you know, break out in the Louisiana soft shoe. You know what I'm saying? Be rejoicing. And then my Why I Left Atlanta videos just caught on. And that one video, gotta put my glasses on to read this. Most people like fake news. Oh no, beyond realized issues, they can't handle the truth. Big guy. Oh, thank you very much, Pat. Yeah, nah, I try to, and you, I have over 2,000 videos. A lot of that content is stuff I looked up. Oh, wait a minute. I think we got one. Yeah. There you go. A lot of that stuff is, you know, a lot of stuff is like stuff out of the Bible. You know, some of that stuff is just, you know, theories and, you know, things along that sort. I even got one about how to build a speeder from Star Wars. You know, I was just sitting on my porch one day, you know, and I just like, I bet I know how to build a speeder from Star Wars. And I went into detail of how to do it, you know, and how to use, you know, the magnets and stuff like that. So, the troll have nothing? No, they don't. Yeah, it's all right. I blocked them. But, so I get into my sciencey stuff. You know, people are like, why ain't you got no girlfriend? I'm like, because I'm a nerd. They look at me like, you a nerd? I'm like, I am a nerd. I do nerdy things, and this turns people off. No woman wants to sit here and analyze, you know, nerdy stuff, or why does the sun do this and all this other stuff. It's not attractive. So I'm like, okay, you know, but nonetheless, you know, the flow of the oceans and stuff like that. A troll's life is right. So I have, a troll has other, right, they don't PR. But I have some very interesting, you know, I have a video talking about the shadow people. Yeah, so I get to talk about the wind stream, the Gulf Stream, the salinization of the oceans, or the desalinization of the oceans, polar ice caps. I talk about a lot of that stuff, but right now the hot topic just happens to be. But if you start going way back to some of my videos, you'll find some very like interesting stuff, because I'm a nerdy dude. But YouTube allows me to be what I am, and just to get out. Like a lot of times I don't even think nobody will listen to the video. I just talk about it because it's on my mind. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so but that Why I Left Atlanta video went 7,000 hits in one day, and then it stayed there, and then it went 7,005. So I was like, wow, 7,000 on one video, and then the other videos just kind of caught on. Then it died down, and then another one of those videos shot up to like 12,000 hits. So, and got me a little extra cash, and I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it 100%. And it was all just like I didn't mean to do any of that. Yes, I will. Please don't curse on my channel, but yes, I will, man. 100%. Because of ladies, man. Everybody curses, but I try to keep it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I do me, man. Yeah, like I have a lot of content out there. And the thing about it is, like, I don't think I'm some, like, don't listen to my stuff, don't listen to somebody else's, because I know there's a lot of competition on YouTube that doesn't make any sense. Like, why are you guys going at each other? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, going at each other's neck. I'm like, why do y'all? There's so much information out there to be shared. Why go at each other's neck about information that we all can be sharing? So what, we're all talking about the same topic. Your YouTube beef is you know what I'm saying? When somebody trolls me or tries to beef with me on YouTube, I ask them a simple question: why are you here? After they get out all their little angst and stuff like that, I'm like, what are you here for? You know what I'm saying? You want to call me names, I'm gonna call you names, and then what? Did you get it out? You feel better now? All right, like, I don't know what it is. I ask them the same question, like, why are you here? You know what I'm saying? Because you could be doing something better with your life. That's the way I look at it. Go make some music. Go find, misery does love company. You got to stay on the cross. Hey man, hey, that cross is serious. Cause I be wanting to let people have it. I be wanting to let people have it. Like what you say. I be wanting to let them have it. Grown people acting like children. I be wanting to let them have it. I got into it with somebody today on Instagram because I was talking about statistically how most black women will not be married. You know what I mean? And some chicks just came at me, and I was like, "You better just leave me alone," because you know that I'm right. You know what I'm right. And the chicks that came at me, one was white and the other one was in high school. I'm like, you two have no idea. You're not even in the demographic that I'm talking about. You're not even there. One is in high school. You're not thinking about marriage. The other one, you are Caucasian. You're like, move over this way. Like, come on, man. You're not even in the demographic. Like, cut it out. Like, give me a break. But it's true. Most black women will not be married. They will not be. And whenever you mention, tell me, interesting, what's my proof? Is that what that word says? I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry. Interesting. What's my proof? Statistics. We can bring up a statistical analysis and look at it. But why they won't be married? Confused tone. Break it down. Okay. Okay. All right. So we done found something. Yeah. Point of view. No. It's not a point of view. It's the truth. All right. So without running through statistics that we already know. But stop me if you want me to look up a certain statistic because I don't mind. Okay, for one, we're talking about the African American black woman. We are talking about we're talking about the constant depleting depleting supply of available African American men and or men who are interested in African American women. So when you just get into the African American males, we all know the statistics when it comes to the jail system, the murder rate, uh, murdered by each other, the police, by so on and so forth. We know the statistics, and then you have the. Let me read this. I'm going to. I'm going towards homosexuality behavior. Don't do that. That's an abomination. Black men. Okay, and then you have. I was gonna say the homosexual movement. Okay, so you already okay. You have the homosexual movement. I'm gonna break that down in a minute. Homosexual movement and the attack on black men. Period. There's just there's an attack on black people, but especially on black men. So you have these constant depleting numbers, which leaves you to a statistic in America. In America, right now, on average, in every major city, women outnumber men. We're not even talking about available men. We're not talking about men and 18 to whatever married statistic it is, to maybe 60. We're just talking about just males. Males. 12 to 1. That right there. That right there just tells you it's not going to happen. There are more females born than there are more males born. So it can't happen. Yeah, but I think it was always supposed to be that way. I mean, when I read the Bible, I constantly read about how different people in the Bible had more than one wife. Abraham, he had Sarah, right? Then Sarah got older and she was like, I can't have any kids, but I have a slave, Hagar, go ahead and knock her up. And then he go ahead and he knocks her up. And then Sarah got mad about that. But nonetheless, Sarah was able to have a kid. But nonetheless, David in his 8 wives, and you constantly see during the Bible days that, how these men had more than one wife. And I'm just like, this isn't an accident. There are very few countries that have women that are the same, like Nigeria has the same amount of women that they do have men. And in Nigeria, they both die out on average at the same time, within like 2 years difference. Here is different. Like women, let's see what Pat has to say. It's a war with black men and the American government. Absolutely. So here it's different. I think the age is like 70, 74 or something like that. Women, 78, something like that. So it's like a 5-year difference in between 67 and 74 or something like that. Have to look it up. But nonetheless, it's a larger gap. But in Nigeria, it's, the same amount of women there are as the same amount of men, and they're dying at the same age. Nonetheless, that country has an overpopulation problem, and they have all kind of issues in Nigeria. But so it's statistically, it's not even possible for every black woman to be married. It's not possible. And because it's not possible, you're having I don't know what that sign means, but I appreciate it. But and because it's not possible, you have polygamy coming up in conversation, like with the guy Nature Boy and what he was doing, which almost worked, but he messed it up. And you have, of course, some women saying they're with polygamy. All we have to do is unite and stop killing one another. That's not going to fix your marriage problem. So you have women who don't mind being the baby mama, nationalities tone, but that's with many other nationalities tone. Uh, I hope to be married one day. I listen and popcorn tone. Yeah, you know what? I'm all right now, but marriage isn't. I'm listening and eating popcorn. Get the popcorn on, baby. I'm listening, and I would love to have me a PR beauty in my life. You know what I'm saying? Somebody to wake up to, and you know what I'm saying, watch some Netflix and chill with, and going to the park and all that other beautiful stuff that people dream of but don't do. I love it because I'm a hopeless romantic. Like, I play the guitar and sing and all that. You know what I'm saying? All that other corny stuff. Like, I'm that dude. You know what I mean? I love you. I'm all that singing. I used to sing a bunch of sappy love, sad love songs because my heart was broken so much. Like, I'm just a mess. But nonetheless, they're really, really good songs. uh, but nonetheless, so yeah, I wouldn't mind being married, but the thing about it is, yeah, the thing about being married to somebody who's been busted up so bad is you think you're gonna get cheated on. I got him, didn't I? Yeah, you think you're gonna get cheated on. You're welcome. See, I used to see. Okay, let me tell. Being a single guy, athletic, worked in an office, used to have a bald head. Coming with a suit and tie on every day. A lot of married women, even girls that just had boyfriends, they didn't even care. They was like, "Hey, give me some," and a lot of times it was just like that. Like, "Yo, what up?" They would come at me like dudes. Oh yeah, they was coming at me like men. Like, "What's up?" I had a girl say that to me, like, "What's up?" Listen. I've been stopped on the highway doing 55. Just driving one night on my way home. Another chick in a van with her friend did one of these numbers, and I was like, "I don't know them people," but I waved, and she was like, "So we pulled off the highway." She was like, "What's up?" I was like, "How old are you?" She was like, "I'm 23. What's up?" I was like, "Okay, you're legal." I was back in the day. But nonetheless, I, those type of incidences happened a lot back then. I'm not in that atmosphere now or that state of mind, but it happened a lot back then. But you know what I found out? Those women weren't looking for husbands. Those women, some of them even had husbands. Have to be careful too many. Yeah, straight up, absolutely. And hence one reason why I'm not, I don't live that life no more. It's dangerous on all kind of, plus it's not something I did every day. That's just one time that happened. But nonetheless, I found a lot of wives coming at me. And I used to be like, "Yeah, let's go." So now, I'm thinking, oh, karma's going to catch up to me. I get a wife. She going to have her ass turned up to, some single guy living in the hood, ain't got no money, but is stronger than me. Listen, I used to date this. Yeah, like I used to date this woman, right? I dated her for years, and it was no secret she why she was dating me. You know what I'm saying? But I dated her for years. We even kicked around being like together, but she abandoned me a couple times when I needed her, and I never trusted her. But nonetheless, like one time, she like dipped off and was like, I'm gonna get another boyfriend. And she did. And I told her, I said, you're gonna regret that. And she did. She ran off with some other guy. And turned out that he couldn't perform in the bedroom. So one night she calls me. And I'm like, what you calling me for? You know what I'm saying? She was like, can I come over? I'm like, ain't you got a dude? She was just like, yeah, but you know, his Willy Wonka, ain't, performing in the chocolate factory. And I was like, all right. But I'm gonna tell you right now, like I don't want to hear none of your lip. I'm not fighting with you, because she used to want to, chase me around like, she was a little nuts. But I said, I'm not doing none of that. If this is what you want, this is what you want. You know what I'm saying? But that's why she dated me, because, I was, I didn't have a lot of money, but I was good on the passionate side of things. You know what I'm saying? That's where my concentration was. I didn't concentrate on money. I concentrated on being affectionate. I was good at it because it's a weapon. You know what I'm saying? And you right when it comes to affection. I don't care who she is, how much money she has. You'll see her again. You'll see her again. And so I knew that I didn't have a lot of money. But whenever I dealt with somebody, I constantly was in communication with them. Yeah. So whenever they walked in my door, always eye contact. I was always interested in like their day for the most part. If they had kids, I was interested in their kids, what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Yes, like I look. Some of these wives would come over and sit down on my bed, and would talk to me hours on end about their kids and their families, knowing what was about to happen. But I was all ears, and I would listen to them like, word, and then I would be all in the conversation because I knew what it equaled to. I knew I had them. You know what I'm saying? Now, I wish I could have put that all into a wife of mine, but that's not what they. Listening is the key, but that's not what they wanted from me. They wanted some broke ass dude lived in the hood who was giving them what they wasn't getting at home. And this one young lady I dated, her boyfriend couldn't give her what she. He couldn't perform, and she was like, yeah, he can't perform. So she come over, things happen, and then go right back to her boyfriend. And I've had this happen for years, and I was like, I'm done with this. Once I even saw it coming, some gorgeous women, I would just tell them no. One woman was just like, I want to know what we're like sexually, and I was like, she just saw the look on my face. I didn't want to have sex with her because I knew what it led to. Because she had already told me she had a boyfriend. I know what it's going to lead to. I give you good affection. You get up, leave my house, and don't come back. Yes. I put all of this love and affection into you, and I just get you for a moment. And she was gorgeous. And I was like, nah, I'm tired of that. I've had beautiful women before. I am tired of that. I got lonely. I was just like, I want somebody to wake up to. I want, and when I found that I couldn't get this, I just kept running into these women who just wanted to sleep with me, I just became numb to it. Became uninterested. Like, it's just not gonna happen. You're gonna do the same thing. You're just gonna get up and go back to your husband or your boyfriend, or and so affection is a weapon, but you got to be careful. Okay, what do we got here? How do you think about allegations against MJ? Oh, well, that's an interesting question. I don't know anything about the allegations against MJ, Rich Media. But if you want, I will do a video on it and probably put it out in a couple days if you're interested in what I have to say. I'll do a 5-minute segment on it after I look up some information. But right now, I don't know anything about it. KFC. What are you talking about? Yeah. That would be great. Okay. Let me write that down. We're talking about Michael Jordan, correct? Oh, somebody wants it, don't they? Okay, so Michael Jackson. Oh, I'm still gonna do a video on it. Yeah, I know they're coming at me, aren't they? Okay, Michael Jackson. Oh, okay. Well, All right. Well, let me do this. I'll say this. We'll get back on black women in a minute. Michael Jackson. The allegations against Michael Jackson, as far as I'm concerned, are okay. All right. For one, we have to look at who Michael Jackson was. There's not one person on the planet, ever who's done the numbers Michael has. No one. Now, Michael Jackson has been performing since he was 9 years old. He's been famous, okay? He was put in a grown man position at the age of 9. He was making money. He was profiting. He was a breadwinner at the age of 9. He was thrusted into the spotlight, and a grown man. He was talking to grown-ups. He was on all those shows. He was responsible for the family. I was in Germany when Michael died. Beauty is only in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is only in the eye of the beholder. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna get to it. So this is why I was like, maybe I'll do a 5-minute, video on it, but I'll try to rush through, this for my man Media. All right, so he was responsible. Like Janet said, everybody works in the Jackson family. So, okay, now we fast forward. Michael Jackson off the wall, off the charts. Thriller still being sold today. His albums just, off the charts. Now let's look at who he was dealing with. Quincy Jones, and a lot of stuff Quincy Jones was saying recently, and how nobody, is going to come at Quincy Jones. But then you look at who was really pulling the strings, and you're talking about Tommy Mottola and Sony. Now, Michael Jackson, fast forwarding, Michael Jackson pulled away from Sony, and he said, when I left Sony, I'm leaving Sony owning my rights to my music. Not only that, he owned his rights to his music. He owned the rights to the Beatles and a lot of other stuff that people don't even know about. Michael said it very clearly. They thought that I was stupid. Yeah, Michael Jackson, right? Yeah, we're talking about Michael Jackson, right? Am I wrong? Yeah, Michael Jackson. Okay. So he said they thought that I was stupid. You know, when I'm leaving, he was like, and Tommy Mottola is the devil. You have to understand the music that was positive in rap music was all damaged by Sony, by the Jewish people. So they start putting out all this destructive music, and we talked about that before. NWA, that was them. They did all that. So they're not just an organization, all right? Sony is not just a music organization. They are in deep, and they're highly dangerous people. What you can see what happened to Prince, what happened to Whitney Houston. Okay, same things. Nonetheless, so when these allegations start flying around, I start looking at Michael Jackson 20 years ago, and I was in disbelief. I was going, I don't believe Michael did that. You got to understand, yeah. You got to, well, no, not so much the Illuminati. Illuminati is different. This is different. But nonetheless, I started looking, and I just got demonetized. So I started looking at Michael Jackson and was like, this is 20 years ago, and was like, you run around with Macaulay Culkin. You have a place called Neverland. You're having children spend the night over your house. Now all of these people are coming out and saying, Michael did this to my child. And they're suing Michael, and each one of them are coming away with $30 million. $30 million. Look, even after taxes, that's still a hell of a lot of money. 30. We're not talking about 2 million. We're talking about $30 million. Even after you pay your lawyer, you're still coming out with 10 million. Lawyer, taxes, judges, all that. You have to understand the criminal justice system is getting large amounts of money by going after these people. This is why you have, all these rappers who are in and out of the jail system. Some of them are really doing crazy stuff, but some of them aren't. Next thing you know, they're just getting picked up. Look how R. Kelly got picked up twice within a week. That's $261,000. Just like that. That woman that won the lottery and her boyfriend wasn't any good. She bailed him out. It cost $1 million. He went back in. It cost like another $8 million to get that dude out. Yes, it's corrupt. They're getting the money from these people. So when I think about, I'm sorry, this is a long belated answer, but you asked. When I think about Michael and those kids, I also had to look at how I felt about Michael. Michael used to look like me. He was dark skinned, had a nappy fro, living off the wall. He was living off, I wanna rock with you. We was rocking with Michael. And then all of a sudden, Michael was like, I got vitiligo. Now, when I look at vitiligo today, they look spotted, right? And it's a progression that happens to the skin. I never saw that with Michael. I never saw that progression. Never. And I was looking for it, like, let me get an understanding of what vitiligo is. Michael never had that progression. There's not one picture of Michael showing the progression of vitiligo. Not one. No, 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 no. You don't make a claim. No, 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 no. You don't. You have billions of fans. You change your face, and your fans who've been holding you down since you was living in the hood start questioning you, and you don't show them any proof that this is really happening to you. No, you can't convince any of us of that, because we would have been like, look, we would have had a doctor's notice. We would have had the doctor. Nah. Now, we would have had every bit of proof to show you that what's happening to me is real. Michael did none of that. And I was like, vitiligo, huh? So I ate it. I was like, okay. But then when he changed his nose, and after he changed his nose, he changed his hair. Michael didn't look like Michael anymore. And so I didn't question when they first hit Michael with those allegations. But as Michael progressed and transformed, I started to question who he was. He's not the same person that I knew. So do I think Michael had something to do with these children? Okay, well, why did he adopt two white babies? Mother Africa don't play. Them children are blonde hair, blue eyes. Nah, something's wrong. See, and this is what put me in the gray area of Michael could have done it. He could have. But then again, you have Sony, who could have been setting him up because they ended up, it never happened. Now he's changing the story. See what I mean? See what I mean? See, so you have Sony could have set him up. The white people who were paying him, who he looked like, they definitely set him up. You can't tell me that they didn't set him up. Okay, United States of America, right. You can't tell me they didn't set him up. When they was getting $30 million a pop, Michael stood in a vault full of money and was like this, had his arms stretched out, showing how much money he had. About the kids, I never believed those were the biological children. No, they're not his biological children. Something is definitely wrong here. And looking at this and still loving Mike, you know what I'm saying? Still loving Mike's music. You know what I'm saying? I was being heartbroken. But I started to think, you're not the same. And you want to identify. Look, you can look on Instagram and you'll have pictures of people with vitiligo all day. And they still look black. Because their nose is big, their hair is nappy, you can see the dark parts of them. They not like, that's the real for me. If Mike had vitiligo, we'll never know the truth. There's still not one picture proving that he had it. As far as his hair falling out, that was a pimp perm if I ever seen it. He looked like a white man. Like Jamie Foxx said, I have a black girlfriend that looked like Michael Jackson. I got a white girlfriend that looked like Michael Jackson. Do I think here's what I think. I think Michael was in bed with those kids. I think I think he might have spent the night with them. Matter of fact, we know he did. Do I think that he, went that far as to? Okay, okay. So here's another problem with this whole thing. Well, see, like I said from the beginning, Michael was still a kid. Michael's still a child. I love this music, but I also do believe something was not right with his appearance. Why look white and always confused? That's what I'm saying. Something was going on. But, okay, because the system that Michael, yeah, he was a kid. The system that Michael was in changed people. That money, like everybody who was in that system, he never had a real childhood. And everybody who was in that system, look at all the sitcoms that are coming, that were out then. Look, even Full House. You know what I'm saying? Full House. They even got somebody who's going to prison. Full House. You got the Full House. I hated that show. But that was the whitest show on the planet. You can't get no more whiter than Full House. Like, look, Roseanne was the trashy white people. Full House was the suburbanites. You can't mess with Full House. The Brady Bunch. Y'all was messing with kids on the Brady Bunch B. Yeah. Y'all was messing with kids. Greg. Come on, not the Brady Bunch. The Brady Bunch. Nah. You ain't hear nothing about what's happening. Ain't nobody on what's happening talking about they did this to them. Michael Levin liked the normal life. He was, he was a puppet, really. Sad R.I.P. Yeah, he was being used by his father and by the system. He was being pimped out. But you got all this. The Hollywood is so messed up. Those executives was doing all kind of stuff. All kind of stuff to these, and they still doing it. And all those shows back then, 8 is Enough, all those shows, there's a story about all of them. There's a story, there's people coming out of the Me Too movement crackled in the head. And you know it was started by a dude, Corey Feldman. They get 4 days. Corey Feldman. The Lost Boys. The Lost Boys. Come on, man. Look, they was getting everybody. So if Michael Jackson was doing something, why they are still doing it? Oh yeah, they still doing it. What would they get from it? Pleasure. And it will go on behind the scenes. Yeah. Oh, you better believe they're still doing it. It's even more rampant now. Oh, you better believe. Oh yeah, they going after his estate because it still makes money. Yeah, they get pleasure from it. What I'm saying is, Michael, Bill Cosby, Robert Kelly, them guys weren't alone. Those guys were targeted. Even if Michael never did it, he did it. You know why? Because those parents was getting money, the lawyers was getting money, the cops was getting money. Look, whenever you know why the cops go after drug dealers? You know why they really go after drug dealers? so they can keep the money. That's why. They're searching your cars for money. They don't care about the drugs. They'll even tell you that. If you got a little weed, man, we don't care. Like last year, a stripper and her husband got stopped. He had a bunch of guns on him. He had a not because well, they're getting white people too, but he had a bunch of guns on him, right? Stripper and his girl. They left all the guns and they had $20,000 on them. They took the stripper's money. Had to give it all back. They're after the money. That's what the system is. They're after the money. Exactly. This is why they're yanking people up and putting them in jail for stuff they didn't even do. They're not even giving you a chance to talk now. Put your hands behind your back. Don't struggle. They're just running you in. They're just running you in and out of bookings. Why? Because it's money. Michael Jackson was guilty. He was a target. Robert Kelly, a target. Even if he's guilty, even if he wasn't guilty, he's still guilty. I'm not saying that none of these guys were not. I'm saying it doesn't matter. They're still guilty. They got set up. Those people smiled in their face and they plotted on them. And the thing about Michael is, I think Michael genuinely loved people. I think he had a genuine, you can tell in his music, all I'm really saying is they don't really care about us. Eddie Griffin said, no black person will leave this industry. Why would you? Leave it clean. Well, Eddie Griffin's probably right. He knows more than we do. He's in the system. Heck, they even said the Rodney King beating was false. I don't know about all that. But there's a lot of falsehoods going on now. And the criminal justice system is behind it all. So my feelings are this. I think Michael did, he gave him Jesus juice. He shouldn't have never gave him Jesus juice. Because you planted that seed and allowed these people to come in and say all kind of stuff. And even if it didn't happen to these kids, like, are these kids on the witness stand saying, yeah, Michael, did this to me? Nah. His parents are saying it. They're not even there. They're coming home with false allegations. What, Michael did what to you? Mom, he didn't do nothing. He touched you where? Mom, I swear he didn't do nothing. He did. Oh my God, James. Ronnie said that Michael touched him on his this, that, and other. Call a lawyer. Call the police. That's it. Like the Me Too movement now. It's like the Me Too movement. Just pick somebody. Walking down the street. Hey, you touched my kid. I don't know you or your kid. Yes, you did. Call the cops. What are the cops gonna do? Cops are gonna run up in your crib. And you're guilty before innocent. Yeah, you come here. Take you down to the station. I ain't do it. I don't even know these people. Turn around, and then the woman goes, it was all a lie. I needed something to do. Thanks a lot. Peace. Try that in France. You do that in France, guess who gets to go to jail? You do. That's what just happened to Chris Brown. Woman said him and his, thugs, dragged her off and had a good time with her. Turned out that it was all a lie. Now she's getting sued and possible going to prison. I'm with all that. If somebody really did it, get on them. But if somebody's lying and setting people up, get on them. So yeah, I believe that Michael did something that was inappropriate. But do I think it was like full on, like this is his, nah, I don't believe that. I think he allowed he got way too comfortable, and there is no way that I would allow my kid to go to Neverland and spend the night with no. That was a setup from the beginning. I was like, what amusement park is this? Y'all out y'all mind. I'm going to let my boy or my girl spend the night with Michael? Nope. Nah. Nope. I don't care who you are. Not happening, bro. Nah. Spend the night? Nah, we not doing that. With a grown-ass man? Nah. We not doing none of that. All the money, why didn't he learn? Yeah, not no, but hell no. Why didn't he learn how to? Well, okay. What up with you? Well, you gotta understand R. Kelly's case and him and his illiteracy. Let me ask you something. No Face Gaming. What's going on? Okay, for one, illiteracy is not a crime. For two, R. Kelly's talent overshadowed everything else. For three, when R. Kelly was young, he was already sexually attracted to his mother. When he was a child, he asked his mother to marry her. Just drink that in. R. Kelly was after females when he was a little thing. Yeah. Yeah. Can you pick a song? You mean that already? Oh, you want me to play in my background? Yeah, go ahead. But I don't know if I have the title. But R. Kelly, so R. Kelly was, yeah. See, a lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people didn't know that. Oh, I thought you meant one of my songs. Yeah, a lot of people didn't know that. He wanted to marry his mother. He proposed to his mother. He was sexually attracted to his mother. Listen, my mom was cute as heck, but I wasn't sexually attracted to her. That was my mother. She's a cute little chocolate woman, but I never looked at her and had those feelings. R. Kelly was he was sexually attracted to his mother at a young age. He asked her to marry him. That isn't normal. It is normal for boys to want to emulate their mother's looks and traits in another woman. That's normal. Yeah. Yeah. Now drink that in. Nah, bro. No. Everyone would like to, you look for the same traits in another woman. No, he didn't do that. He wanted his mom. Thank you. And his mom was just like, nah. She's like, oh no. She didn't be like, boy, get up there. She thought it was endearing. And you don't blow the whistle on a 6, 7 year old when they say that. You're just like, oh, it's cute. But R. Kelly been on that. He grew up on that. He was chasing, yeah, or a spirit. How do you know this is true about R. Kelly? I heard it was with a 15-year-old. Or he said about his mom. That's how I know that. It was only with a. Yeah, he admitted it. He said he asked his mom to marry him. R. Kelly is innocent because I never. Oh, you swear R. Kelly is innocent because he hasn't been found guilty. Well, that's not true. O.J. Simpson wasn't innocent, but he wasn't found guilty. Everybody knows O.J. did it, but he wasn't found guilty. R. Kelly did a lot in his life. Yeah, he did. You gotta understand though, Robert Kelly has always had his eyes. Yeah, he's always had his eyes on. Now, now here's the part that pisses women off. For one, we've talked about this subject because it's a hot topic. But I always bring up nature and nurture. And I always bring up the fact that women mature faster than men. I also bring up the fact that once a woman hits her cycle, she's anatomically, the interview made him look even more guilty as well. Yeah, that's because he was. However, her was scary. Yeah, he was guilty. So once a woman hits her cycle, I don't care if it's at 9, 12, anatomically, they are in position to have children. Usually, when a female is looking for and this is anatomic, is animalistically looking for a male, they need a male to have certain attributes in order so the kid can grow. Just makes sense. Usually that comes with money. They already have a place to stay. They have an income. They have a sense of security. This skips right over the generation of middle school, grade school, all the way to high school, skips right over college, and goes right into a full-grown man. And you can say what you want, but statistics show it over and over and over and over again. And you have 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds constantly hunting down older men. It is not an accident. It keeps happening and happening and happening, and it's been happening since we've been on this planet. Now, the scripture says, obey the laws of the land. The laws of the land say at the age of 16, between 16 and 18, depends on what part of the state you're in, you are allowed to mate with a person, not just a female. You are allowed to mate with a person. If you're an adult, they have to be between 16 and 18, depends on what side of the state you're in. In California, it's 18. In Ohio, it's 16. I'm doing great. How are you? Since been happening actually before the Bible days. The Bible's only 7,000 years old. Humans been here for millions of years. And it's going to continue to happen. Listen, I done told people this before. I done had 17-year-old girls ask me to marry them, and I never touched them. And I was scared out of my mind. I was like, wait, what? My mom used to walk in front of me naked. I never was thinking of sexual intercourse. Yeah, look. I know a woman, she had two boys and one girl. She would always walk in front of her kids naked. They were teenagers. She's like, I don't put any clothes on around my kids. She would walk in front of them naked. 100%. My mother didn't do that to me. She always had something on. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't have that whole experience, you know. My mom was a chocolate sister. I am attracted to chocolate women. So that progression for me happened correctly. You know, I started looking at chocolate girls when I was a boy. You know what I'm saying? The first little chocolate girl I looked at and was just like, yeah, I like chocolate girl. Her name was Kelly. I was like, yeah, this is my little, you know, my mom was like, I don't like her. I was like, we're eight. Like, what's not to like? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, so I've always, you know, looked at, you know, I dig some light skinned chicks too, but that was always, you know, my preference from jump. But nonetheless, so the whole thing with just the okay, recently a teacher was thrown in jail for having intercourse with a 13-year-old boy, and she's married. Why do we keep seeing white white women? We keep seeing this. This is a constant. We keep seeing. That's what I'm saying. The thing about R. Kelly. Here's the thing about R. Kelly. R. Kelly was attracted to Aaliyah when she was 15. Actually, before that, but he got her pregnant. He got Aaliyah pregnant on the tour bus, and then they had to make a call and was just like, "Yo, Aaliyah's in trouble," and they was just like thinking about getting her. And, you know, we need to take this baby, and you know, blah blah blah. He was like, "I'm gonna just go ahead and marry her." And then when they signed the marriage certificate, it said that she was 18. Aaliyah was not 18; she was 15. Right, which she was my teacher too, because she's cute. But we're seeing this happen with these women all the time. Nonetheless, I was attracted to one of my teachers when I was 17. She was nice. Uh, but we're seeing this often. This whole movement is nature and spiritual because some of these situations are being provoked, but the law is going after but so many people. But there are people who are also in, you know, who are making up these laws who are guilty of sin. They're doing the same thing. And they're going after them 6, 7 years old. How do we know this? Because they're traveling to other countries that are dilapidated and don't have the police or the international police force to stop these Europeans from doing it. One of those countries is Nigeria. Nigeria is known for it. They're taking those little Nigerian girls, and they're shipping them off to God knows where. Another place, Haiti, and all parts of Africa. They are notorious for it. The Europeans will fly in, do what they're doing with a little 6, 7-year-old boy or girl, and then fly out and escape justice. So this is happening all over the planet. There are laws that, okay, so when I look at R. Kelly's case, I'm looking at the age of consent. See, here's where I think R. Kelly's going to get away with it. And these people are just, right. They're in on it. Here's where I think R. Kelly's going to get away with it. Okay, you guys are gonna make me look this up. You guys are gonna make me look this up. Gotta get my water on here because my sorry guys, got a little parched here for a minute. Okay, the age of consent. Where is R. Kelly? He's in Chicago, right? Chicago, Illinois. You got to understand, if you cross the line, if you're, let's just say Chicago's age rate is 16. If you cross the line, say he's on tour, and this claim happens in Kentucky, and it says you have to be 18, guess what? The crime happened in Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But all right, so let's do the age of consent. The age of consent in Ohio, the federal law estimates the age of 12 as the minimum age of consent, while the age at which there are no restrictions of consensual sex activities is 18. Sex with somebody 12 to 18 is not legal per se, but can still be open to persecution under certain circumstances. So in California, it's 18. Ohio, 16. If the young man or woman is 16 and the other person's 70, they consented, nobody's going to jail. Is what it is. If they're 18, if they're 16 in the state of California, somebody's going to jail. That's just that. Because the age is 18. Now, why they have to do it that way, I don't know. Okay, like why isn't it 18 all the way across the whole United States? Because some places are backwoods. They're like, these people have been going at it since, so we're just going to drop the age because we're not going to put all them in jail because they're just going to keep doing it. Probably like in Virginia and stuff like that. More rural areas, it's just like, bro, we're not going to put everybody in jail for doing it because it's a natural progression. So I think that's what happened. Okay, so, but then there's the parental age, which means the daughter can be married, or the son can be married off at a certain age. That age drops. It's like 12 and 13. Actually, it is 12. 12 years old. If the parents say, my son can marry Nurse Betty and I consent to this. He's 12, Nurse Betty's 35. Take him away. That is actually legal here in the United States. No, you don't see nobody making a big whoop-to-do about this law, but nonetheless, it's there. I don't see nobody banging down the doors of legislation, but nonetheless, you're going after R. Kelly so you can all get paid. But nobody has approached the legislator. Why is this? You parents aren't mad because R. Kelly slept with your daughters. You're putting on a show so you can get money. Because if you were really mad, you would be mad at R. Kelly and you would be mad at the legislators. Because R. Kelly's going to get away with it. He is. He's not going to do a lot of time in jail because a lawyer is going to look up the age of consent. And he's going to say, you know what? You put your daughter on that tour bus. R. Kelly didn't capture your daughter. You put your 14-year-old on that tour bus. Didn't you? This is true. Kevin Spacey's a different case. Kevin Spacey's, his was, I think it was under that age. And Kevin Spacey's was boys. Kevin Spacey. Look, there's a difference between a 14-year-old girl and a 12-year-old boy. You have different laws. Regardless, still. Why? Because they can go and look up old laws on sodomy. You can sodomize anyone, but you already know that. Okay, look at the guy who was the Penn State dude. The guy Penn State dude. How he was caught. Jerry something. That dude. And everybody knew what he was doing in the shower with these boys. I think he gave him life. He was the defensive coordinator for Penn State. Yeah, they gave him life. See, there's a difference. Okay, so a recent case, there was a homeless man who, I don't know why, but this woman let him stay in her house. They're black. I think this might have been in Detroit or something. So he stayed in the house. She had 3 daughters. 2 of them were twins. The oldest daughter was 14. The twins were 12. He got all 3 of them pregnant. All 3. He was knocking all 3 of them off. He got life in prison. Now, when I looked at that story, I was like 12 and 14. And then you have to look at what state it's in. Then you have to start thinking, did the mother know? Because if the mother knew, and, okay, anywhere around he's guilty. But if the mother knew, she's guilty too. Yeah. If the mother knew, she's guilty too. But let's just say that it was just the 14-year-old girl. Right? You think he still deserves to go to jail because she's 14. But I'm going, if you look at legislation, they could fight that. And that's what happened with R. Kelly's first case. See, R. Kelly got Aaliyah pregnant and then he married her. Why? Because of the age of consent. Yeah. Yeah. See, well, you're saying that because you have a daughter. But you have to understand this, PR. You have to understand this. Your parenting and their parenting is not the same, for one. 2, the exposure to kids your kids' age and to adults is the difference that is being made in most of these cases. The parenting is where the slip up is coming from. Oh, okay. I thought your daughters were still, you know, uh, I thought they were teenagers, or one was a teenager. But nonetheless, I mean, you did a good job parenting. But when I look at it, if the one dude, the homeless dude, would have got the 14-year-old pregnant, and the mom and he would have went to the mom and said, I want to marry your daughter, he wouldn't have got life in jail. Because according to the age of consent laws, the parent consents to them being married, then he wouldn't have done any time in jail. That's how R. Kelly got out of jail the first time. He was guilty as sin. But when it came to Aaliyah, but that stuff that he did on camera, here's another thing. The parent of the child, if they push for someone to go to prison, there's a good chance they're going to go to prison. But I think the one girl who got urinated on, I think she got paid off. As a matter of fact, they said that she was actually still with him when that whole thing was over with. So We're seeing that now. The two people that R. Kelly are with now, he had them since they were 17 years old. Those girls aren't going nowhere. And he's look. If you think that that man is making love to those girls, you're out of your mind. If you think he doesn't have some type of brainwash hold on those two girls, you're fooling yourself. Kelly got a hold of him. He's doing everything that his sycophantic mind can muster. And we done had plenty of these women saying that he's doing all kind of crazy stuff to him. Oh yeah, the girl who got urinated on, absolutely. She was still running around with Kelly. You have girls who are I was with R. Kelly and I went to his house. We didn't know where it was. They just took us there, yada yada yada. He lets his friends run through him. And then these girls come out, they get older, have kids, then they complain about it. But while they're doing it, they're not complaining about it. They're not. Because they want to be with a superstar. Their mothers looked up to R. Kelly. They want to be with a super. They want to be important. You know how many people are out there who are just, they consider themselves every day, and then somebody who's got a international name runs up on them. It's not hard to do. Wait, I need. It's not hard to do. It's not hard to be famous and she tripping. It's not hard to be famous and then roll up onto some everyday okey doke person's house and they're throwing everything at you just to be in your midst. That's not. We see that all the time. You see that all the time. Some wannabe, comes into town and people are screaming. See it all the time. Throwing everything at you. You gonna have my daughter? So what? She'll get over it. All the time. All the time. Because money makes the difference. And sometimes they don't even do it for money. They do it just to say that this person has been here. This person has had a relationship with me or someone in my family. Sometimes it's not money. It's not like not everybody who's doing this is out for the cash. They're out for the adrenaline. They're out for the adrenaline. These little high school girls ain't playing with nobody. But it's the way it is. But that R. Kelly stuff is the music industry is a devil's workshop. Let's be for real or be Ferroni. The music industry has never been a place where you want to sing your children. There's not one time where the music industry even well, that's because Tone is telling the truth. Look, like I said, I read the Bible every day, and you should see some of the stuff in that Bible. I mean, I could sit here and go through it like you wouldn't believe who's sleeping with who in the Bible. And God is like, yeah, it's okay. It's just a mess. If a 14-year-old boy or girl marries a 30-year-old and the parent consent, that is within the parameters of the law. Even if they're 12. It is not only possible, it's happening. And it's not only in this country. And the And the girl and or boy is not in Jesus had a different wine than we drink. Jesus drank wine. He drank red wine. Uh, but that's why his eyes were always red. He drank wine. Uh, but the 12 or 13 or 14-year-old boy or girl, they're not always taken into captivity and this wrong is done to them. There have been kings and queens who've married into each other for the longest time, and they were kids marrying adults. We've constantly seen this, and we constantly see it now. Am I for it? No. But does it happen? Yes. Absolutely, it does happen. There's Jesus drank his wine. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he drank red wine. As an older man, I'm a middle-aged man. I'm a middle-aged man. When I see a 25-year-old firm and fully packed, I got to do one of these numbers. I got to be like this. Sweet Lord have mercy. Ooh, Lord have mercy. I got to. Because I remember when I was 21, 22, running around, you know what I'm saying? I remember those days. Knees wasn't hurting, back wasn't all jacked up. I was tracking them down. Excuse me, miss, how you doing today? Hamburger. I was tracking them down. You go right back to the days of yours when you're, middle-aged person. You're just like, you can't go back. It is what it is. Sex is always going to have a gray area to it. Is R. Kelly guilty? Probably. Is he going to do time? Probably not. He'll get out of it. He's got a lot of fans out there. Yeah, there's always I'm never going to stop appreciating looking at, some chick who can run 100 and, 11 seconds flat. I'm always going to be like, dang, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Look at the pectoralis majors on her. No, I'm just saying, I'm always going to admire that physique. It just is what it is. Yeah, but different than you. By now, you wouldn't get drunk if you drank wine watching Jesus used to drink. I don't know what kind of wine he drank. But they did talk about strong drink in the Bible. And his eyes were, bloodshot. He said moderation. Nobody is saying anything about getting drunk off wine. Yeah, nobody's saying that. But yeah, so I'm going through that now and I'm also going through where they're looking at me the same way, the younger 22, 23s are looking at me, I'm looking at them. Yes, enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at them. I know I can't keep up with them. But here's what they know about me. I have a place. I have my own vehicle. I'm not out, running around crazy. So do they gravitate towards that? Absolutely. Will they stay? Most likely no. But they gravitate towards it. It's just a natural, you know, they look for a place that's secure. And one young lady told me, she says, ever since she was, 16, 17, she said she's always dated men 50 and older. Always. She's been married twice. She says, I'm domesticated. And that's a pretty much how domestication goes. It, once it hits a female, she's going to start looking, if she's domesticated. This happened all the time, what, 20 years ago? It just wasn't a strange thing. Well, not 20, about 40 years ago. Happened a lot 40 years ago. It was a regular thing. Um, you got to understand, some of those laws changed back in like 67, 68. That's when they were actually promulgated. So some people are running headlong into these laws. It always amazes me when people misconstrue what they read. Yeah. So what's going on? What's going on? We're just talking about, these cases, MJ and R. Kelly, and are these people guilty? Man, they're guilty, but will they do time? Probably not. Is some 16-year-old gonna run up and jump into their lap again? Absolutely. You say I'm 36. I always like MILFs. Yes, me too. Never liked young girls, but never looked at my mother in a, oh, of course not. Sexually, simply because my mom wasn't sad. Shoot, my mom was cute. Y'all want to see a picture of my mama? Y'all want to see a picture of my mama? I'll show y'all a picture of my mama. That's your mama. Shoot, I'll show you a picture of her. Hold on. You go get a picture of my mama. She's a cute little dark-skinned little. Hold on, got these bad knees here. Get a picture of my mama. Talk about my mama. Talk about my mama. Don't you do it. But nobody be talking my mama talking about. Let me wipe the dust off of this picture. She got some dust on talking about my mama. But nobody tell me about my mama to my mama. Woo, Lord, gonna make it hurt somebody talking about talking about my mama. Boy. I'm telling you about my mama, boy. I try to tell you. Shoot. Then my mama right here. That is my mother. Uh-huh. Boy, my mama was cute. Mom was cute. That my mama right there. Yep, she was gorgeous. Mm-hmm. She passed away in '01. Cancer. She died of cancer. Don't sit back and wait for the right moment to set them straight. Get it together. She's pretty, thank you. She's beautiful, thanks. Beautiful, yes. Yeah, we went through that whole thing with her and cancer. But she's 18 in that picture. She's a cute little chocolate drop. But so I'm attracted to cute little chocolate drops. You know what I'm saying? I have one daughter, and she's chocolate because her baby mama chocolate. So I only have one kid. So yeah, that's my mama. She's an artist, mad artist. She could cook, she could draw, she could sing, she was athletic, she was something else. She can also fix a car, drive her behind off. My goodness, she could hit that highway like nobody's business. She also made yeah. Oh yeah, baby, it's okay. Yeah, she passed in '01, pancreatic cancer. Same thing as Patrick Swayze. You know, once you get it, that's pretty much it. One of the richest people in the world, just, the dude who built Apple. That's how he died too. Your mom knows how. My mom's not knows how to fix it. She get up under there and fix brakes, get her hands all in the engine. She was doing all that. Have a little cigarette on the side. She would also draw these huge murals of. She liked drawing tigers and cats and panthers, and she would do it with pastel chalk. Unbelievable. She'd just sit there for hours and sing and draw, and I'd sit down right beside her and just watch her. And then when she used to make our Easter outfits, and so she had two sewing machines. So while everybody else was playing, she'd be like, "Tony, hand me this," and it would be a pattern, you know, clothing pattern. So she would show me how to follow the pattern and how to cut out, the pattern, and I'd watch her sit there and sew and put it through the needle through the thing, and then push the button and it goes. I watch all that. How to crochet and needlepoint and make sweaters and stuff. I learned all that. Cooking and all that other stuff. So my mom was a G. She couldn't work for anyone. It just she tried. She just could not work for somebody. So my dad, on the other hand, worked for a car factory. He worked for Goodyear for 36 years. So you have two opposite sides of the coins that are me. Yeah, my mom was extremely talented. Extremely. She making bread and all that from scratch. She was extremely, extremely talented. Like she had an extreme amount of talent. And this, it did not allow for her to, work for people because her mind was always going all these different directions, like the way mine does. When I write a song, I usually write three songs at once. When I'm at home, doing something on the internet, I'm usually doing like three or four things at once. I used to have problems when I was a kid, and so they put me in the slow class because they thought I was slow. And it wasn't. It's just that I was thinking of three, four different things that to do at once where I couldn't concentrate on one thing. That's beautiful when you are born with natural talent. Correct. So it took me a long time to figure out what was going on with me. I didn't really understand it until I became an adult. I'm like, oh, I'm not slow. Like, okay, math. Reason why it takes so much effort for me to do math is because math is a pattern. So the pattern of equations that you have to follow would have happened to me if I'm doing algebraic equations. I will start following the pattern, and then right about mid pattern, my mind will go somewhere else. And if you do that, even if it's just if you do that, you lose a step. So your two wasn't calculated. And then you find out at the end of it, your answer is off by two. And it's just like, I missed a step somewhere. And I would always have to go back and find the step. I still have that problem today. Before I graduated, I had to take two math classes. One was statistics, which is college statistics. There's two statistical classes. One was college, excuse me. One is college, the other one is business statistics. So business statistics I had to take. And when I got into business statistics, I knew that I was going to fail the class and take it over. So what I did was I went in and I tried as much as I could and I got some concept of it, and then I came the next semester and took it, and I passed it with, I think I got a B in it, because I already knew that the patterns in it I wasn't familiar with. But once I see them, and I I get a good hold of it, I'll be able to understand it, and that's exactly what happened. And the same thing happened in accounting. So I didn't understand the first time around, but the second time around, and with some help from the teacher, I was able to, I got a tutor too, and I was able to nail it down. So but the reason why is not because I can't comprehend, it's because my mind is going three different directions at once. And like, I like it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it helps me create. Uh, you know, okay, so a good illustration of some of my creations is I wrote a book called The Sorrowed King. Nobody has ever read it. I published it too on Lulu.com. Long time ago. Over 10 years ago. This book right here is on Lulu.com. The spelling in it is atrocious, but the story is good. And when you well, I don't expect nobody to read it, but one of these days somebody's gonna get through it. They're gonna be like, there's a lot of grammatical mistakes. I'm like, yeah, I know, but the concept will help illustrate like what's really going on up in here, because it's just a world that I made up. Yeah, yeah. It's a. I was telling people about my book that I wrote, PR. Yeah. You was getting some. Okay, so this is a book that I wrote, and it's on Lulu.com, and it illustrates my way of thinking. You know, uh, but it's only 66 pages, but it's not well written as far as grammar, but for the storyline, it's a good story. But yeah, I wrote this back in 2009. I wrote a bunch of songs too. A lot of my songs were on CD Baby. Some of them I haven't even released. Yeah, so I'm very, very creative. You know what I'm saying? Not as creative as my mom. I have pictures and stuff that I've drawn. I have paintings and stuff like that. So it's just what I like to do. Made up a lot of stories. I have my mind is constantly going in the imagination and in the creation realm. And like I said, nobody's ever read the book because of spelling. Really is terrible spelling. The terrible spelling, but it is a really good book. It's a really good 66 pages, and it's supposed to be like three books that are 300 pages. But I wanted to see if somebody was going to look at it. I wanted to see if anybody was going to pick it up and read it and go, you know what? This isn't a bad story. Never happened. I need to listen to more of your music so I can share it on my channel. Okay. You'll read it? Uh, the grant. When you look, it's on Lulu.com. It's called The Sorrowed King. See the Sorrowed King. Leave me the info on the comments below so I can look at it. Yeah, I'm just telling you guys the spelling is not the greatest. But if you're into fantasy books, it is something that will put you in the mind of, okay, so what I did was I created a world that has no technology in it. So it's a very base, there's no flying vehicles and cell phones. It's just very animalistic. And I made up a bunch of tribes and this whole storyline that goes with it and how these wars happen and all this other stuff. So, like I said, it's only 66 pages right now, but I'm going to eventually turn it into an audiobook. And I have all the, tools to do it. I just haven't done it. But when I do, uh, you know, I think a lot of people will, listen to it a lot more. You know what I'm saying? And once I put it on Kindle or something like that, as far as audiobook is concerned. But as far as my music, let me change this. You guys like this beat? I kind of like it. As far as my music, I noticed that you listen to a lot of Caribbean stuff. And a lot of my music is, I know you from New York, PR, so a lot of it is hip hop flavor. Uh, but what's on your channel is like it's all like love music and stuff like that. So I'm like, I actually have to make a song for your channel. Like I have to listen to different types of music. No, no, no. I believe you. I'm saying the music that's posted on your channel. When I go there, I'm like, it's island music or it's old soul music, and I'm like, I gotta I gotta dig into my bag and bust out with the mic. Girl, love you. I got it. You know what I'm saying, girl? You gonna make me put on the white shoes with the the polished white shoes and the white. Ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Would you mind? you gonna make me go there, PR. You know what I'm saying? Get my strawberry letter on or something like that. Earth, Wind, and Fire up in here or something. Little Brothers Johnsons. You gonna make me Brothers Johnsons up in here, PR. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? A brother is gonna have to write something and come at you on some real. You post according to the request I get from the. Oh, okay. But I like it though, because it's like a challenge for me. You know, I need to get my guitar back. I broke my guitar, I had to throw it away. And I need my guitar to get the sounds that I want. I love the acoustic guitar, but when you plug it into here, it's any type of guitar. And the guitar sounds on here are so metallic, they're not natural. As for me, yes, I love Caribbean. Yeah. And slow jams, yeah, yeah, yeah. Old school, yeah, yeah, I see you. Look. When I stop by I'll be listening. I'll be listening. I'll be like, I need to get on my Bobby Womack, messing around with you. I need to get on my Bobby Womack, messing around with you, PR, because you gonna make a brother write something and get on it right. Ba 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 da. But that music is a lot of live instruments. That's what I love about it. Because not everybody can do it. You have to be able to not only play it, you have to be able to read it and understand it. And that's the era that I came from, and I love that type of thing. So I'm like, I need to get on my P's and Q's, mess around with PR. Ba-ba! And of course, your sofa. You know, sofa music. See, I think that's like an island. See, I got it. So here's what's gonna happen, because it's probably gonna be easier for me to make that type of music than it will be because I don't have my guitar. or a guitar, it'll be easier for me to make that style of music. If we get cut off, it's because my battery's low. Uh, so, um, I'm probably going to start listening to that type of. Oh, you live in the Bahamas? Oh man. Okay. Well, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to make some. I'm gonna listen to some Bahama music. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna listen to some of that. I actually made a reggae song before. It's called "Tell You About a Man." I tried my hand at reggae. It was just okay. But I like the like this could be this is not reggae, but it has a this could be island. This could have an island feel to it. You travel a lot on business. Oh, okay. Well, you know you can listen to my stuff on SoundCloud. All right, here let me leave a. I don't know how to leave a comment. How to leave all right. I don't know how to do this. Let me not mess with it. Huh. I don't know how to. All right, I'll just leave it. I'll leave a link on your newest video. Yeah. So that can have like an island feel to it. Yeah. It's house, but it has kind of an island feel to it. But what I'll start, I mean, you can, my SoundCloud is just Tone 202, SoundCloud Tone 202. Yeah, I'll do that. And I'll leave a link to my book too. So, but like I said, my book is kind of hard to read right now. I'm saying really hard, really hard to read. But if you're into fantasy, it's a cool thing to read. You know what I'm saying? PR, you're so awesome. You are an awesome person. And I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I was still looking for some workout videos so I can get in shape like you. You ain't hooking us up with no workout videos. You just gonna leave us all fat out here. That's probably what you need to go throw yourself in the beach and release it. Get on up in there and get my backstroke going. Ah! Oh God! Island girl, island girl. Shoot, no workout videos. Still, no workout videos. That's asking too much, huh? My channel is only for the music. Okay, brother can ask. Brother can ask. Brother can put in a request. That's all. That's all brother can do. Throw a request out there. You know what I'm saying? You know, trying to see that gorgeous body. You know, putting it to work. So looks some kind of wonderful woman. I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York town, but I no longer live there. Yeah, Bahamas. So your man must be chocolate like me. he must he must be chocolate like me. He must around out there. Ah man. Oh wow, 10 years, huh? That's awesome. Well, I am a fan of your personality too, and the way you look. I'm just a fan of yours, so I'll take it any way I can get it. If it's a few pictures, I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. Does his old soul some good. Yes, ma'am. See, you got yourself a fan. Got some jazz, but I don't have any. I'm looking for a. You're going to glue me. You're gonna glue me to the cross. At the cross, where I first saw the light. My sins rolled away. Gotta sing it like an old white man. On the cross. Oh my goodness. It's a New Orleans. It's like, man, can't y'all do something with those songs and make them sound better, bro? Because this is sounding kind of. Can't we make the song sound a little better? Yeah. I first saw the light. She like, let me get my wine. I'll be cracking up when you go get your wine. Ah, Brooklyn. I'm gonna make some Caribbean music. You're gonna be like, what? Oh man, you like good moving beats? Huh? Good moving beats, huh? I have a lot. I have so much music. Look, look. This computer got music on it. That computer got music on it. This, look, look, look. This hard drive got music on it. This computer got music on it. Huh? I love making rap beats. Like I love making but mine are like the rap beats I make. They're not hard. Like I don't want them to be hard. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't like I like the knowledge. That's a, like I like the knowledge born and knowledge based rappers. Like Jay Electronica is one of my favorite. Like I love just how he can just come off to almost any beat. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't listen to like trap music, even though I like some of the beats. I don't like what they're saying. I can see you swinging your hips to this. Ah, yeah. I get you moving. Yeah. I don't rock techno either. I don't rock techno. Oh my god, no. He stole everything. Yeah, that beat's nice, ain't it? Thank you. Nah, Elvis, you know, the song Junkyard Dog came from a black woman. What Elvis used to do is stand outside of the blues club and listen to the songs. And he'd go inside the blues club, and then he would take the songs, and there was no copyrights back then. So he would say that he made it up. I don't even think he could play the guitar. He was a fraud, and he was a racist. Yeah, I got some smooth stuff for you. I get you moving. I get you and the husband on the floor. All right, PR. I get both of y'all on the floor. Um, yeah, I get y'all on the floor. Be like, don't be shy. Better get it on up here and move it around, girl. Move it around, girl. Yeah, tone don't play. Uh, Hold on. You can't start off like that, bro. You gotta come with the. Okay. Uh, and you are all uh invited to the world tour. Uh, Sit back, relax, and enjoy the sound. No, I can't rap. uh, uh, Brooklyn. Hey, I told you I get you up out that seat. Uh, yeah, I get you up out that seat. Don't play with me. Yeah, you gotta get into it. If you don't get into it, nobody will. Uh, okay. Uh, uh. Yeah, I got all kind of tracks, man. I've been doing this for a long time. Been doing this for a long time. I got that mellow. I got that hype. I got that driving music. Yeah, and like I get up in the morning and I study music. Like I, you know what I'm saying? I study my music. Circle of fifths, circle of fourths. You know what I'm saying? Sharps, flats, all that. That's what I do. Every day I get up and learn something about music. Yeah. Because I want to be able to oh, you play the piano? Look at you! Well, you all kind of wonderful, ain't you? Oh, I'm mad now. I'm mad now. You just been holding back. You just holding back on all the goods. Ah, I'm mad. You just holding back on all the We can't get no goods out of you. What do we gotta do? We gotta buy tickets. I'll buy a ticket. How much is a ticket? I'll buy a ticket. You would be surprised of how many. I would be. I want to know. What you need to go on tour. I'll buy a ticket. Let's go. Where's the show at? I'm coming. I'm coming to the show. I'm coming to the PR Beauty Show. But you stay humble and do my well, that's because you got all kind of businesses going on. You got more important things to do. Mess around with us. You got more important things to do. Yeah. Can't be mad about that. You got businesses. Yeah. I don't know what they are. That's not my business. But whatever it is, can't be mad. Uh. Did he say? I do not know how to dance Latino. That's my Latino. You enjoy your privacy and being able to, huh? Yeah, I ain't mad at you about that. There's a price with fame. Yeah, you give up everything with fame. Hey, uh-oh. Hey, hey. Oh my goodness. Oh my God. Faming you would not be, huh? Yeah, it's not for everybody. Fame is definitely not for everybody. I don't think I would handle fame very well either. They'd probably dig up some. They'd probably dig up something that I did in the past, some mistake. You lights out for the kid. You know what I'm saying? It lights out for you, buddy. I don't even. Yeah, there it is. It's very basic, but it's got a nice drive to it, and got a real nice drive to it. Here's something that you could sip your wine to. Oh, it needs to be faster? Okay. Here's something you can sip your wine to. Or you can play one of your instruments too. Bang, bang, bing, bong, bing, bang, bang. Yeah, see, I only put like, that's only 17 bars. Okay, let me listen to this one. All right. I have a couple jazzy, let me pull this one up. I have a couple ones that are jazzy style. Let me see. Oh no, that's Jay Z, not jazz. Yeah, here you go. No, that's not Jay Z, not my jazz. I got a few jazzy. I've been doing a lot of hip hop lately because the youngins, the youngins been liking my beats. Oh my God, you need to go to the jazz festival in Barbados. Shoot, I wish I could. I would. This is on a jazzy. Do you go every year? Now here's some jazz for you. Told you. I'll be in here doing it. Huh? Yeah, I'll be in here doing it. Yeah, yeah, thank you. I'll be messing around with these instruments. Some of them just have a jazzy vibe to it, and I'm trying to figure it out because jazz can be so complicated. You know what I'm saying? Bring Fat Joe up. It's so hard. Figure. Hold on, I gotta read what you said. It's hard from Big Pun. It's so hard from Big Pun, right? Okay, now bring Fat Joe up. Oh, I got some Fat Joe. I got some Fat Joe. Oh, huh. so hard. It's so hard. Shoot. Let me. I don't even know what that song is. I don't know which one it is. I think it's this one. But I got some Joey Crack. Nah, that's not it. That's on the more R&B. Oh man, I forgot which one it was. I got a real hard Fat Joe type of song. It reminds me of Fat Joe when I'm playing it. I was like, oh, this ain't it, but this is cool. Nah, this ain't it. I like this beat though, but this ain't it. I'm gonna let it play though. What is this? 12, 16? Yeah, Fat Joe. Let's see, I'll play this one. I got some hard beats. Oh no, this definitely ain't it. This is back on the smooth tip. That's because I don't name them. I don't usually name these beats. I just CD. Pretty much. Rocking your head. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's real chill. Yeah, it's real chill. Uh, yeah, that's real chill. Sometimes I'll just let it just play while I'm cleaning or something like that. Here's some Brooklyn for you. Brooklyn. Uh, Once upon a time, not long ago. Uh, uh, uh. Brooklyn. Yeah. Yeah, I told you I'd get you. Man, now what I did with my Fat Joe one. Live chat says, okay. Brooklyn. Ah, just my Joey Crack right here. Get Joey Crack. Uh, Bronx. Lean back. Lean back. Uh, yeah. I beat this hard. I just gotta get it right. Uh, yeah. Uh, our base is right, ain't it? Brooklyn. Yeah, man. Told you I had some Joey Crack for you. Joey Crack. Got some Brooklyn for you all day. I got some West Coast vibe. I got some West Coast slow type of the doctor. I got all of it, man. I just be sitting up here every day trying to figure out ways to create a dope beat. Uh, little Warren G for you. Little Nate Dogg, R.I.P. One dark pain in the pumpkin night. I'm a dome. Don't think when the dunk down. I said, ooh, I like your style. Little Nate Dogg. Rolling, swerving, curving, holding it down. I was so Little Warren G. Oh man. Yeah, get yourself something to eat, love. Thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me. It was all my pleasure. And we will do it again. Shoot, I'll be live again next Sunday. So you want to chat it up? I'll be live again next Sunday. Peace, love. Thanks for stopping by. And I will put those links on your page, on your the newest video you have. I'll put my book and my SoundCloud. All right. All right, baby. Have a good evening. God bless you.